Last time on Devox plays Tokyo Chronos.
Oh. Oh no. Stay the fuck away from me. Last time you were here, you choked me. You fucking goblin. Shit.
And now, to seek the truth about Chronos World.
Ladies, gentlemen, creatures of all origins, my name is Devox Runeheart, and welcome back to Devox Plays Tokyo Chronos. I don't know why I was pointed that way. Just make sure everything's running correctly. You can see all that. You see the desktop volume. Microphone, you can actually hear me. Hide that. And there we go. So yeah, welcome back to Devox Plays Tokyo Chronos. Last time, we found a base of operations to sleep. Found out that even ramming a car into the border wall isn't going to work. And decided, hey, maybe we should go to the place of the person who's obsessed with this concept and see if they wrote any notes about it. So that's where we left off. Yep, in the apartment. There's nothing here. Where is she? Oh, I don't even see her. We were with green-haired girl. We've been looking here and there for about 2 hours now. Togoku's house is a huge place, a condominium with 5 rooms, living, dining, and kitchen spaces. A place this spacious in Shibuya, I'm pretty sure, cost a lot of money. How much exactly? My curiosity begged me to ask the question, but I decided to keep quiet. We of course looked through her sister's room, as well as her own room, and her father's study, practically turning every room upside down in our search to no avail. After deciding to check her sister's room again, we ended up returning to her father's study. There she is. I figured out where. Really? Despite our announcement, she doesn't look all that excited. Is the chapter going to end right here? Okay. I was about to say, did I end it off right before it would have let me get away? And let's look around. I'm guessing this is the dad's office. Oh, 2 monitors. Oh. Okay. Following our lead, we ended up back in her father's study, staying for a small stay. In here? My dad compiles our unpublished papers and places them here. That's a bit suspicious. Why in a safe? He puts anything he doesn't want to lose in the safe. So they'll be okay, even if there's a fire. Anything he treasures is in there. Looks like there's a password on this. Can you open it? That looks big enough to hide a person in there. No, only my dad and sister know the code. That's also suspect. I see. Oh, but it's only 4 digits. Maybe we can just try some combinations? If you fail 3 times, you have to call someone from the security company over before you can try inputting the password again. Well, that sucks. Oh, but there's no electricity in this world, right? So data doesn't exactly flow either, does it? The thing is, it does. What the heck? First billboards and now this? Which means that because there's no one from that security company around, if we screw up with the password 3 times, then the safe's never getting opened. Well then, can't we just smash the safe open? No. Impossible. He's had this safe for years and years. It's the highest grade of security safe there is. Any ideas on the code? Togoku sighs, shaking her head to the side to side. Oh. Physically breaking through the wall can't be done. There's no way around it. Sorry, I'm just trying to... The view on what I see and what you're seeing is very different. So this is me looking directly at her. So I have to, like, look off to the right of her. I'm just trying to keep everything center. Break physically... Yeah. We're just about out of options here. Our last ray of hope. Her sister's papers are out of reach. Breaking out of this place is proving more and more difficult. What do we do now? Now that it's come to this, we're going to have to take the direct approach. The direct approach. In other words, finding the culprit among us. Could you maybe hold off on that a little while longer? I don't want to start breeding suspicion amongst ourselves. We all need to be working together here. But those are just the rules of the world. What we've been attempting to do is to break this world open. I also forgot to look around for the goblin. Just real quick. Okay, no, I saw that and I thought, oh fuck, he's behind me. Looking for that goblin. No. But if that doesn't work, then we have no choice but to follow those rules. I don't want to do that, but I just want to get back home as soon as I can. So I don't lose my worth, my place in this world. We've only just started our investigation, right? No need to rush so much. No, I don't want to waste even a second of time. With every second you waste, you grow that much more distant from the backs of the geniuses that you're chasing after. If I get any further than this, I doubt Dad will even see me on the same field as he is. I'm about to lose my humble little niche that was granted to me. This place that Togoku refers to doesn't mean her own room or a place in her house. Rather, a place for her within her father's heart. Togoku wants him not only to look at her sister, but to herself as well. Fuck that guy. A number of memories resurface. When Togoku won a national prize, it was all over the media. After that, she was interviewed on TV. When a reporter asked if I'd also like to ask about your parents, Togoku's expression clearly clouded over. Her parents were not there with her, likely because they'd gone to her sister's own ceremony instead. Not to Togoku's, but her more capable little sisters. Her fervor is causing her to push herself. And in the meantime, still try to protect all 8 of us. I can't just have her look for the culprit. Please. Give me a little more time. Maybe there's something we just overlooked. Something we haven't tried yet. If we can all put our heads together, then I'm sure we can... No, time is of the essence. You're okay with that? You want us to start fighting and tear apart our relationship? Of course I'm not. Honestly, it was so much fun with you all. Being together like this feels what I've wanted for so long. Then... But no, I need to make the decision now. There's no point delaying it when we'll have to face it sooner or later, and sooner is better. Once Togoku switches tracks to try to find the culprit, I'm sure she will in no time at all. Sorry, let me just... Wrong one. There we are. Oh. Hello, guy. I can bring the chat up. And of course, the pleasant atmosphere that we've had this whole time will break down. I desperately rack my brain, trying to figure out a logical reason to convince her from doing that. Making us look for the culprit and dividing us might be what this world wants. I don't think we ought to start breaking up so easily. If that's what the world wants, then I'm all for it. As long as it gets me closer to clearing this game, then I don't mind destroying my relationships. Honestly, I've had my suspicions for some time now about who's responsible for this. I can't think of any other way to get her to stop here. So in that case, then I just have to face her intentions head on with my own. I don't exactly know why, but I really don't want to lose all this. I know you're in a hurry to escape from here. That you're desperate to protect your place in your family. I can imagine what that feels like. No, you can't. The instant Togoku hears the word family, her entire body twitches in response. But Togoku, what you're trying to do will destroy the other place where you belong. Another place? Yeah, we're always here for you. And whenever you're not around, things just don't feel right. I know you're looking for a place to be, but there's one right here for you. After giving her my little spiel, Togoku stays quiet for a while, then gathers her resolve to continue speaking. What I want is not where you all are. I continue to ponder about Togoku without returning to my room before I realize that it's already night. I don't see anyone, but it kind of does feel like my view is limited from the darkness. As I stare out into Shibuya, my thoughts continue to swirl about, but I just can't think of what to say to Togoku that can convince her. What do I do? At this rate, Togoku will start her own witch hunt for the culprit. Everyone's going to start suspecting each other, and we won't be able to get back how we were before. I had a strong gut feeling that this would happen. What Togoku wants is not a place with all 8 of us, but to succeed in the realm of physics and to find acceptance within her family of geniuses. Now that she's already resolved herself, she won't let anyone stop her. She'll likely pursue anyone and everyone to no one without mercy. Just as those thoughts cross my mind, I hear footsteps. It's already late at night, but who could it be? Who is that? Oh, fuck. Don't turn me around. Nikaido? Wait, Nikaido, why are you running away? Why don't you like me? Ever since we came here, you've been avoiding me. Did I do something to make you mad? Not really. Then can we talk for a bit? She ignores me and tries to walk away again. I'm not really sure what to say. Then I recall something. Nikaido, you're pretty good friends with Togoku, right? And what if we were? Finally, she turns around and I get an actual response. What I recall is something particularly important. Yes, Nikaido and Togoku were very close. Back then, I would often see Togoku one-sidedly talking about all sorts of difficult topics, and Nikaido would happily listen to her. Whether I'd actually get a proper answer from her or I just get ignored, I don't know. But I have no other hand to play, so I have to count on Nikaido. It looks like Togoku's about to get serious looking for the killer. She wants to get out of this place as soon as she can. I mean, I want to leave too. But I absolutely don't want I absolutely don't want to start making everyone doubt each other. I want to treasure being together with everyone, just like old times. Hey Nikaido, what should we do to stop her? How do we get Togoku to stop? What did Togoku-san say exactly? Yeah. That what she wants isn't a place to belong with all 8 of us. I see. If she has decided logically that cutting us off is the best solution, then there's no way for me to go against that. That's true, but in this case I don't think it's purely logical. She's being stubborn here. She can't see any other solutions. She doesn't realize the road she's trying to take was only going to make her unhappy too. We need to stop her. And her being unhappy or not has anything to do with you? Of course, how could it not? How exactly? How? Because you're friends. At that moment, I noticed the emotion that I'd forgotten suddenly taking root in my heart once again. I suppose it's called a sense of responsibility or duty. I continue to talk and try to draw those feelings out even further. I know I'm a pretty incapable, unreliable guy myself, but I just can't think of only myself alone. I want to lead everyone else. I don't want to let go of my responsibility towards everyone else. I have the responsibility to lead everyone. I want to believe that. The moment I shout that, a voice rings in my ears. You're some kind of hero? Whose voice was that, I wonder? Who it was exactly, I can't remember, but I have to look on the I think I took on the part of a leader to live up to whoever owned that voice. Just remembering that is enough for me. You really are still you from back then. Sorry, Nikaido. Sorry for shouting all of a sudden. I had my dad buy me a stuffed toy. Eh? Togoku-san said that a long time ago. She often told me with much glee about how because she tried so hard in physics, her father praised her and brought her a stuffed toy. When she tells me that, memories surface vividly and clearly. There was a symposium where Togoku's father was invited to speak. It usually took me no time at all before I fell asleep in the school's monthly symposiums, but this one was so captivating that I ended up bending forward just to concentrate on his talk. Along with respect for Togoku's father, I was reminded of that sense of awe I had towards Yuria Togoku herself. It had been a while since we last spoke, but I certainly felt very proud to know her. Oh. Why am I just behind myself? After the symposium ends, we all began to return to our classrooms. As I'm walking towards a certain hall, there stands Togoku's father. Once he sees me, "Are you Sakurai-kun?" So he asks. "Yes, that's me." Why am I outside of my own body? I leave the line walking towards the classroom and step aside with Togoku's father. What does he want? Did I do something wrong? I've heard you've been quite friendly with my girl. Well, we haven't gotten to talk much lately. Well, seeing as your family also has its fair share of trouble too. Eh? Really? Oh shit. Did I tell them about how I lost both my parents? That was already years ago. Well, it's nothing. It's not something for me to be talking about anyways. I'm not really sure what he's going on about. Oh yeah, Yuria-san is pretty awesome. She won the Fundamental Physics Prize, right? That's so cool. I can't even believe we're the same age. Thank you. Well, it's a bit complicated too. I'm sure Yuria doesn't really care for it. She wasn't even smiling during the awards ceremony. Eh? You went to the awards ceremony? That's a surprise. He didn't show up at all during the broadcast when he was called, so I thought he went to her sister's instead. I was a little late, but I certainly was there, along I was a little late, but I certainly was there, with another toy to celebrate. Not that I was able to give it to her, though. How come you weren't able to give it? I'm sure she would have been so happy. I thought the way things were, it would be silly to celebrate with her like that. I didn't do anything. The glory was all Yuria's. I really didn't do anything. We barely even speak nowadays. How come you're being so cold to Yuria-san? I've always wondered, should I really be dragging Yuria down the path of the academe? This world is harsh, lonely, silent, and cruel. There aren't many who can endure it. Togoku's father's words had weight to them. I'm sure he had to overcome all sorts of unimaginable hardships to get where he is, at the top of the world of physics. Her sister, Julie, she's the more fitting type. Ever since she was born, she's practically been captured by physics. Even if she were the last person on Earth, she'd probably just keep doing her research like always. But Yuria, she's different. I'm sure her happiness is... All of a sudden, Togoku's dad bows deeply. Please take care of Yuria. Whoa, please stop. You're the only one I can count on. Count on for what? Could you be friends with her again? Friends? She tries to act tough, but she's really lonely at heart. Really? To me, it looks like she wants to be left alone. That's just what she's trying to convince herself.
与えてあげられなかったからね。
I wasn't able to give Yuria what she truly
求め
wanted.
ても手に入らなかったから意固地になっているんだろう。
Because she couldn't get it, now she's being
私
stubborn.
ではダメなんだ。視野が狭すぎてどうすればユリアを幸せにできるのかまるでわからない。
I'm useless here. I've got tunnel vision. I have no idea how to make her truly happy. He bows his head once more.
あの子に居場所を与えてやってくれないか。
Please, give her a place where she
君たちが
belongs.
そばにいてくれればきっとユリアは自分の本当の望みに気づくはず。
As long as you're all by her side, Yuria will be able to figure out what she really
お願い
wants.
だ。君たちだけが頼りなんだ。
Please, you're the only ones I can ask.
なんでこんな大事なことを忘れてたんだろう。
How could I forget something so important? I explained what I just remembered to Nikaido.
そんなことがあったのね。
He said all that, huh?
東国のお父さんが言っていた。僕にとっての大変なことっていうのはよく思い出せないんだけどね。
I still don't remember what he meant when he said I had my fair share of problems,
二
though.
階堂は何か覚えている？
Do you remember anything?
いいえ、何も。
No, nothing.
そうだよな。
Figures.
まあ、とにかく今は思い出したことをすぐに東国に伝えてくる。
Anyways, first things first, I need to tell Goku what I
本当
remembered.
にありがとう、二階堂。
Thanks a lot, Nikaido. I leave Nikaido behind and run. Am I the only one feeling the flags raising? The death flags? I don't like this. I'm getting Doki Doki knocking on the one girl's door before the big reveal vibes. I don't like it. Taking a deep breath, I knock on the door. After Goku staying up late pondering physics stuff again, she would still be awake. Okay, good. Fuck. I keep expecting the other shoe to drop. I don't... The game started with blood on my hands. I'm paranoid. What is it? This late at night? Awfully rude, especially for you,
どうし
Sakura-kun.
ても話したいことがあって。
I just had to talk to you about something.
犯人探しをやめてほしいっていう話なら無駄だよ。僕は急いでいる。もう待てない。
If you're trying to stop from looking for the culprit again, just give up. I'm in a hurry here. I can't wait
それ
anymore.
はそうなんだけど、違うんだ。
Okay, there is that, but that's not it.
まずは僕が思い出した君のお父さんとの話について説明させてほしい。
I just remembered what your father told me, and I wanted to tell you.
僕の父の話？
What my dad told you? I slowly, carefully explained what I remembered to her father and I earlier. How he pushes her aside, thinking it was for her own good. How he was there during the ceremony. How he had another stuffed toy ready to give her as a gift.
東国は大切にされていたんだよ。
He really thought about you.
ちょっとした行き違いで互いの思いが届いていなかっただけなんだ。
There was just a little misstep in communication. You both missed what the other had to
お
say.
父さんは東国のことを大切に思っているよ。
But your dad really does care.
何それ？父が、父さんが僕を思ってる。
Okay, that is very sad. Come on, Dad. He cares about me?
ああ、お父さんの中にはいつだって変わらず東国の居場所がある。
Yeah, your dad's the same as always. You still have a
ち
place
ょ
in
っ
his
といな
heart.
くなったくらいで失望されることはない。
No need to worry just because you've been gone a little
だか
while.
ら焦ってここを出て行こうとする必要なんてないんだ。
There's no need for you to panic and try to get out of here so soon. Does she believe me, though? Because this is very opportune timing to reveal
お父
this.
さんは東国が僕らの中にこそ居場所を見つけることを望んでいた。
Your dad wanted you to find a place to belong with
僕らだっ
us.
てそれを望んでいるよ。
And that's what we want
だから
too.
昔みたいに8人で力を合わせよ
So let's get back to work together again, like good old
う。そうすれ
times.
ば脱出の方法なんてすぐ見つかるはずだ。
If we do that, I'm sure we can figure out how to escape from here.
犯人を探して仲違いするよりもそっちの方がよっぽど素敵だと思わないか？
Don't you think that's better than just finding the culprit and tearing us apart? I poured my heart out, trying to appeal to her. Your father cares for you. We care for you. So don't say there's no place where you belong.
出て行って。
Get out.
今の僕は混乱してしまっているみたいだ。合理的な判断ができる気がしない。
I'm pretty disoriented right now. I don't think I can make a logical decision. But
出て行ってくれ。
just get out.
わかった。こんな夜中に突然。
Okay.
本当にごめん。
Sorry for disturbing you so late at night. Faced with Togoku's anger, I leave her room in haste. I pray dearly that this can cause her to reconsider her choice of action. Has Togoku actually decided to change plans? I wasn't able to sleep all night with the thoughts constantly running around my head. I head to the scramble in a daze and speak to Kageyama.
眠そうだね。
You look pretty sleepy. Goblin check. Togoku is not here. Yeah, it's just Togoku, isn't it? Because 2, 4, 6. Yeah, there's 8 of us. And Lowe, the goblin. You look pretty sleepy. I don't trust you. When we were all talking about, like, the possibility of the murder, you were death staring me.
少しね。こんな世界だ。町工事やユウみたいに元気にいられるわけじゃない。
Just a little. It's this place, you know? I can't stay pepped up like Machikochi or you.
さん、遅いね。
Togoku-san sure is late.
まだ寝ているのかな。
Yeah, maybe she's still asleep. She seemed pretty flustered last night. Maybe she wasn't able to sleep till late. It's about 8:15 now. Everyone but Togoku is already here. Our investigation will likely continue once she arrives. The investigation that Togoku and I were doing is already finished. She came to the conclusion that we won't be able to escape until we find the culprit. She's probably going to tell that to everyone here. I have no more intentions to go against her. If our talk yesterday didn't manage to change her mind, then there's nothing else that I can do. As we're waiting for her to arrive, I am a little relieved inside that she hasn't come yet. Watching everyone chat it up, part of me has just given up, hoping that this lasts forever. Fuck. Without realizing I made a terrible, terrible mistake. Ever since Togoku has never shown up again. Well, I just got complete chapter 2 as an achievement. Oh. Arrow. There you go.
東国どこにいるんだ
Togoku, where are you? The next morning, Togoku had completely vanished.
こっちは見つからなかった。
No luck here. Quick check. Yeah.
こっちもだ。
Me neither. With the sound note going down, everyone assembles at the scramble. Everyone's expressions are dark and lifeless. We've looked all over Shibuya, but we couldn't find Togoku at
どこ行
all.
ったんだよ。
Where'd she go? It was just far too sudden. This morning, no matter how long we waited, Togoku didn't show up. We got worried, so we decided to check her room and hotel, but no matter how much we knocked, there was no answer. The door itself was slightly open, so we went inside, but the room was deserted. Oh. My right hand is low on battery, apparently. Yuria Togoku has, in the restricted space of Shibuya, gone missing.
桜井、本当に何も東国のことは知らないの？
Sakura, you really don't know what happened to Togoku? Is it possible that we all have different clear conditions? And hers was realize your dad loves you? And because she finally accepted it, she was poofed out of here?
あ、夜に話したのが最後だ。
Yeah, the last I saw her was when we talked the night before. I've already spoken with everyone about what happened with Togoku. About how she wanted a place to belong, about how she would only find that with her father. I don't like you. Mr. Teal.
そっか。
I see. That night, I told Togoku about the story about her father. And that was the very last time I ever saw her. Maybe this is my fault? Ever since we came to this world, I'm the one who spent the most time with her. If there's anyone who caused her to vanish, then wouldn't the blame lie with me? Why do you keep moving? My chest begins to hurt.
陽介、大丈夫？具合悪そうだよ。
Kyosuke, are you alright? You don't look so good. You
ありがとう
approaches.
大丈夫
Thanks, I'm fine.
様子が変だったとか何かない？
Did anything about her seem
い
off?
つもより少し元気がなかったけどでもこんな状況なら当然だと思う
She was a little down compared to her usual self, but I think it's only natural given the
いなくなる
circumstances.
ような感じだった。
Did she show any signs that we should just disappear?
そんな感じじゃなかった
No, it didn't seem that way to me.
ユリアちゃんのことだし、またいたずらじゃないかな。そのうちひょっこり出てくるよ。
I mean, this is Yuria-chan. Maybe it's just another one of her pranks? She'll show up again somewhere sooner or later. Right? Yu tries to cheer everyone up, but no one else nods along with her. Togoku did love these kind of pranks, but it's already evening, and it's a bit too late for her to reveal it was all a joke. Given her sense of curiosity, I wouldn't put it past her to just wander off and do her own investigation, but she would have at least left a note.
明日からは渋谷の建物の中も探そう。
Let's search the insides of the building as well
そう
tomorrow.
だねいるはずなんだこの壁の中に
Yeah, she's got to be here somewhere, inside the walls. She's got to be somewhere inside. There's no way to get anywhere else.
ユリアがいないでこれから先どうすんだよ。
What are we gonna do without Yuria around? Machikoji's comment only serves to worry everyone further. Yuria is the only one who could figure out a way out of this mess. The truth of the matter is, she's the one who understands this world. Losing her means losing our way out. No, to be more precise, we'd be losing a safe way out. What's still in my mind is that message. I am dead. Who killed me? With Togoku gone, I get the feeling that we have no choice but to tackle that message head on. To find the killer among us. Amogus. I'm in my room. Yeah. I can't sleep, though I'm tired, I just can't fall asleep. Alright, it feels like I haven't had anything to eat at all. This is bad, I need to rest, but the more I think that, the more I stay wide awake. Togoku. I sigh, the mix of anxiety within me seems to leave me along with my breath. My heart is just a little bit more still. We need to find Togoku. Where did she go? We were all just looking for her at random earlier without much thought. This time I can give it a bit more thought. Togoku and I traveled to break through the wall, but that failed. Then she said that we had no other choice but to look for the culprit. I adjudged to that. She wants to go home as soon as she can so that she can gain the approval of her father. Because she thinks that if that's gone, she and her sister will completely... Oh. Blech. Because she thinks that if she's gone, then her sister will completely take her place. She's panicked. That's why I told her that story from long ago. I wanted to reassure her that her father still cherishes her. The first thing that comes to mind is that she somehow managed to escape on her own. Maybe she's in her house. I certainly wouldn't be surprised if she found a way to escape. Okay, another theory. I mentioned that her dad bought her another plush animal, and she's someone who's probably like, bet I'll prove that that's not true, or is true. Like, she wants evidence. So she's gone to her home to look for the plushie. She tried a method of escape by herself. Now she can't come back. That seems possible. She wouldn't say anything that she wasn't entirely sure of. If so, then even if she had a theory on how to escape, she wouldn't have told me of it. But that doesn't quite feel right. Even she doesn't want to find the culprit. That would only breed suspicion among everyone. She only resorted to that option because there really was no other way out. That's how serious the situation was for her. That's why I doubt she was able to figure out a means of escape and execute it in just a single night. If she said there's no other way out, then there's no other way out. If that's the case, then there aren't that many other possibilities. Maybe she voluntarily decided to live on her own? If so, then where? Her house. There's no point of looking for someone at random in Shibuya if they're in a building. And if she's already aware that we're looking for her, then she'd be able to hide herself. There's got to be a better way to pinpoint places she'd likely be. Suddenly, my thoughts are put to a halt. There's a knock at the door. Who could it be this time of night? So I wonder myself as I open the door.
You.
You!
どうした？何かあったのか？
What's up? Something happened? My chest throbs, anxious. Don't tell me someone else has vanished. You, however, doesn't answer me. Instead, she sighs, relieved on the verge of tears. Oh, thank God, Kyosuke, you're still
そ
here.
りゃあいるよ。こんな時間に出かけるわけないだろ。
Well, of course I am. I can't exactly be going out this time of night. I wouldn't know that. I mean, Yuria-chan suddenly vanished. Yeah. Despite Yu's bright personality, she can be pretty timid and lonely. When we were younger and her parents would be coming home late, or her sister would be out on a school trip, she would be at my house in tears, bawling. Considering how close she and Togoku were, with Togoku suddenly gone, perhaps her past self is back. Hey, Kyosuke, what do you have behind your back?
何？
Could you stay with me a little bit? Just for a while. I've played Danganronpa 1. You better not be pulling what I think you're pulling. Her puppy dog eyes. She looks at me, nervous as she asks. The situation being what it is, I wouldn't be surprised for anyone to be worried or scared. She needs to be comforted too.
何も用意してあげられないけど。
Sure, I can't really do anything else for you though. Thanks. I'm just getting suspicious of everyone. Alright. I have you head further into the room and sit on the bed. Kyosuke, aren't you going to sit? Huh? She puts a spot on the bed. Here, I want you to sit beside me. You're pulling
そこま
something.
でしなくても。そんなに怖いのか？
Do I have to go that far? Are you that scared? Yeah. She nods, answering honestly. She's definitely lacking her usual energy. I thought that I'd be able to distract her from her anxiety just by talking, but it looks like it's more severe than I assumed. Hi. Text. Quietly, I take a seat beside her. The bed spring compresses. Can I actually see? No. It will not let me look beside if she... I'm thinking she has a knife back there or some shit. Like, it's hidden somehow. But, like, she's kind of tied to my head. Yeah. In that same beat, maybe I'm not sure. She leans her shoulder against my arm. Okay, fine. Kyosuke, you're not going to disappear, are you? You looks me straight in the eyes. I can't... the text is over there. Her face as she pleads with me is so much closer than I expected. My heart skips a beat. That whisper that escapes from her bewitching lips is ever so faint and ethereal. Please, don't go away. The way she talks is so unlike her. Despite my surprise, I collect myself and answer back as normally as I can to calm her
いな
down.
くなるわけないだろ。
How could I possibly
心
disappear?
配しすぎだって。
You're worrying too much. It's exactly at a time like this that I sense a sense of just as usual normalcy is more important, or so I heard somewhere. I choose my next words carefully, keeping it in mind the distance between her and I. You cast her eyes down. She seems uneasy still. No surprise considering what happened with
東国のこ
Togoku.
ともきっと大丈夫。
I'm sure Togoku's safe
消
too.
えたわけじゃないよ。
She can't have just
必
vanished.
ず見つけ出してみせる。
I'll find her, I swear. After I reassure her, a few more moments pass, then Yu raises her head. Really? You'll find Yuria-chan?
一応当てらしきものがなくはないんだ。
Yeah, I do kinda sorta have a lead at least. Really, that's awesome, Kyosuke. You have a knife, I know it. Yu smiles. It seems like she's managed to find a little peace of mind. That's a relief. While I'm helping to calm her down, you seem to have gotten back a little more energy.
気をつけ。ちょっと元気出た。
Thanks, Kyosuke. I'm feeling a bit better
それな
now.
らよかった。
That's good to know.
せっかくだし、もう少し一緒にいたいかな。いても
But-
いい？
But since I'm already here, could I stay a little longer? Oh. Yu ruffles around her pockets, taking out her camera.
こっちに来てから撮ったみんなの写真、結構いいのが撮れてると思うの。
I've taken a lot of
も見てほしいな。
I've taken a lot of pretty nice photos of everyone since we got here. I want to show you some. If I were to be totally honest, I'm feeling a bit sleepy. Seeing as Yu's gotten a bit of her pet back, though I feel a bit wrong to send her back to her
いいよ。
room. Sure.
僕もユウの写真、久しぶりに見たい。
It's been a while too. I want to see the pics you took. We looked through the photos, remembering what was happening when they were taken. And as we're looking through them, I eventually nod off to sleep. Do you think she's taken a picture of Lowe in the background somewhere that I haven't been able to see? Oh, I'm alive. When I wake up, the sun is already shining through the window. You had already gone back to her room. Today we're teaming up in pairs to look for Togoku. Hold on one sec. Okay, give me like one moment. There is tea here.
南側
Oh shit.
結構広いけど頑張ろう。
I'm attempting to drink tea. I'm curious if the microphone picked that up at all. The sound inside is pretty big. Let's get to it. Yeah. I'm teaming up with Kageyama. With someone standing beside me, there are some moments where I suddenly think it's Togoku beside. And that ends up reminding me of her absence even
建
more.
物の中までとなると1日ではとても無理だから今日は4分の1くらいやろうか。
If we're expanding the search to inside buildings too, then one day isn't enough. Let's aim for about a fourth of the area
その
today.
前に一つ行きたいところがあるんだけど、いいかな。
Before that, there's one place I want to check out if that's okay.
いいけどどこに行くの？
What the fuck is that look? He looks like he's about to kill me. What the fuck is with that stare?
東国
That's like a, are you questioning me? Look.
お邪魔します。うわ、お金持ち。
Excuse us. Whoa, she's rich. Is there anything different? Maybe? I don't really remember what was out on the counter. Just as Kageyama enters her condominium unit, his eyes open wide in amazement. It's only natural. I was pretty surprised too at first.
手に入っていいのかな？
Can we really just barge in like
そん
this?
なこと言ってる場合じゃない。
Now's not the time for that.
そうだよね。
That's true. Togoku's shoes aren't at the entrance. No one's in the living room either. Oh. I head into Goku's room, but no one's there. It doesn't look like anything's been moved around either. If she were here, this would have been the place. My shoulders slump at how disappointed I am.
いないのかな？
I guess she isn't
そう
here.
かも。
I guess not. In the first place, it would be pretty absurd for someone who disappeared to just have gone back to their house. That's the first place anyone would look. I'm about to give up, but when I open the door to Togoku's father's study, there's clearly something different. Ah!
どうしたの？
Eh? What happened? Oh, is the safe open? It
金
was.
庫が開いてる。
The safe's open. I'm guessing the password was her birthday. And she realized that. The unopened safe, Togoku had given up on opening it in fear of locking herself out. Within that safe were all papers, the key to unlocking the mystery of the Chronos World. A piece of paper falls out of the safe.
なんだろう？え？
What are these, drawings? There seem to be some sort of child's drawings. When Kageyama flips over the drawing, it's signed Yuria. She must have drawn
それ
this.
にこっちはぬいぐるみだね。東国産のパティと色違いだ。
And this is a stuffed toy? It looks like a different colored version of Togoku's son's Patty. A stuffed toy, probably one that her father wasn't able to hand to her at the ceremony.
こんなものが金庫に。
What was this doing in the
大
safe?
切だったんだろう。
Because it was important, I'm sure. Yeah, the idea that she found the proof that he does care and she just poofed kind of is building up. See, Togoku, he really did care about you. I wish she could show this to her. No, she's already seen it. She must have gotten to the safe open. She had an idea on what the combination was. After trying to open the safe, this is what she
東
got.
北はこの金庫内にあるとある論文がこの世界を理解するために役に立つと言ってたんだ。
Togoku said this safe contains some papers that would help us in understanding this world.
じゃあ、この紙の束の中に何かヒントが。
Really? Then maybe we can find a hint or two in the stack of
そうだろう
papers?
ね。だけど、僕たちで理解できるかな。
Probably, but I doubt we'd be able to understand any of it.
確かに。
True.
一応、全部持って帰ろう。今ここでその論文がどれかなんて判断がつかないし。
Let's at least take this stuff back with us. We wouldn't be able to tell which is going to be useful for us
そ
anyways.
うだね。
Good point. Although I say that, I doubt there's any pertinent papers in there. Seeing as this safe's already open, that means that Togoku would have all the papers she was
段ボー
looking
ルか
for.
何かに詰めて持ってくか。
Well, I'll put them in a box and bring them
ちょっ
back.
と探してみるね。
I'll go look
あ
for
りがと
one.
う。
Thanks. Let's just pull everything out of the safe for now.
これ、
What's this? I remember this notebook. This was one of Togoku's favorite notebooks. It's several times the thickness of a typical one. It's big. She often took a ton of notes, so she'd used up typical ones like the ones we used in no time at all. I take it out and open it up.
これって、
This. On the notebook's very page reads, On the Chronos World. If I flip through the pages, it's packed full of notes detailing all sorts of theories and ideas regarding this world. The handwriting has that roundness distinct of Togoku's. There's no mistake, this is definitely where she'd penned her thoughts since coming here. The Chronos World is a world lined, formed for a miracle. Powerful emotions in the same vector affect quantum particles, thereby forming a space-time construct. The Chronos space is formed to realize those strong emotions. A mission is presented in order to create that miracle. The conditions of that space will be formed specifically in order to accomplish that mission. Use or lack of electricity, even erasure of memories may be possible for that. Everything written here is eye-opening knowledge. It's literally everything we've discovered so far, and the world is made by willpower, affecting quantum physics.
これ、すごいぞ。
This is just whoa.
これがあれば脱出できるんじゃないのか。
Maybe with this we'd be able to escape?
なんだよあいつ。確証がないとか言って散々隠しやがって。
Geez, what's with her? Doesn't say anything because she isn't sure that even goes out of her way to hide this? I start to laugh it off until I realize I read a certain passage. Once in the Chronos World, a mission will be given. Until the mission is accomplished, leaving is impossible. This mission is to find a certain culprit. Once found, that person is to be sacrificed. My breathing freezes.
桜井くん、あったよ。どうかした？
Sakurai-kun, there you are. What's wrong? Why are you saying there I am?
いや、なんでもない。
Ah, no, it's nothing.
そっか。じゃあ、とりあえずこれを詰めて、みんなの元に戻ろう。
Alright, let's start packing this up and head back to
そうだ
everyone.
ね。
Yeah, let's. I better keep this notebook under wraps. Showing it to everyone might just sow discord among everyone. Well, that's an obvious space. I go back to my room, taking out the notebook that I hid at the back of my clothes. Honestly, it feels like everyone would totally notice. We need to sacrifice the culprit once found. Sacrifices are unavoidable. I can't let anyone know the conclusion that Togoku reached. Once they do, the hunt will begin. Everyone will start suspecting each other, isolating themselves. That absolutely cannot happen. I have to. I must find another way out of here. I want to protect everyone as they are now. I'll have to be careful with how I handle this notebook. Though I consider burning it, the contents are too valuable. I need to hide this somewhere. Oh. Taking a look at the notebook again, I flip through the pages. I stop at a particular passage.
このページ破けてる。
Huh? This page is torn out. There's a single page that's been torn off. There's a single page that's been torn... Okay. All the other pages are packed with her thoughts about the Chronos World. My buddy jumps at the sudden knock. Crap, that was close. I almost yelped too. For now, I hide the notebook inside the desk where the TV sits on and heads to the door. Okay, so in there. Who is at my door? Oh, who is at my door? Facing the door, I hear a
私
voice.
だけど
It's me,
二階堂。
Nikaido.
ちょっといいかしら。
Do you have a moment? What does she want at this time of day? Opening the door, she slips right into the room. Nikaido's posture is stiff and upright, almost like a doll's. With her staring straight at me in the eyes, I struggle to find the words to say. Unsure of her intentions for visiting, I ask her
ど
gingerly,
うした？
What's up?
神谷君には気をつけて。
Be careful of Kamiya-kun. Eh? Kamiya? What's she on about all of a
神
sudden?
谷がどうかしたか？
What's up with Kamiya?
彼のことを信じないで。
Don't believe what he
どう
says.
して？
How come?
今あなたに言えるのはそれだけよ。
That's all I can tell you for now.
詳しく説明してくれよ。どうして神谷のことをそんな風に言うんだよ。
Hey, at least give me an explanation here. What got you saying all of this about him?
仲間だろ、みんな。
We're all friends, aren't we? I can't possibly start doubting everyone here. We all have to work together to get through this. We can't lose a single person. We have to do this with all 8 of
ロー
us.
のこと信じてる。
Do you really trust Lowe?
ロ
Lowe?
ね
Yes.
あいつは信じてない。
I don't.
それなら神谷君のことも信じないで。
And it's best you don't trust Kamiya
Yeah,
either.
神谷とローに何の関係が？
Hey, what do Kamiya and Lowe have to do with each other? Actually, I'm pretty sure Lowe's only shows himself to me. But the way she talks about him seems like she knows him. He's appeared to you once. And twice in a dream. Nikaido doesn't respond, however, she just gives me another look then
信じ
leaves.
るなって。どういうことだよ。
Don't believe him. What did she mean? Kami is keeping us all together. Ever since we came to this world, he's been helping relieve the tension and unrest among us. And ever since Dogoku vanished, he's been having us look for her, not the culprit. He is also the one that she directly challenged. She is the only one to go against his authority, and now she is gone.
確かにポリシーはだいぶ変わったみたいだけど。
His approach seems to be pretty different, though. In the real world, he was well known as a cool but harsh reformist. Since he was elected to the student council, a lot of his policies have been fairly major and extensive. Despite the resistance from various clubs, he greatly shortened the time available for club activities and managed to convince the faculty to undergo further teaching training. He even had the outside consulting lecturer of the concert band, which wasn't getting any results, fired and replaced. Kamiya used the full brunt of his family's influence and his power as a student council president to overhaul the school. He took over the school. He is used to being in charge. Though there were a number of dissenters, his overwhelmingly positive results silenced them and brought happiness to a large portion of the studentry. A real revolutionary, that one. And despite that, Kamiya is insisting that we all just get along nice. As a pacifist myself, it's a big help, but it's certainly not how he'd be going about this. Nikaido might be finding his current action suspect. I take out the notebook I hid inside the table under the TV. Flipping through the pages, I trace the parts where the page is torn. This page is probably where she wrote who the culprit was. Did she mean to say that it was Kamiya? Nikaido seemed to have her suspicions of Kamiya, but I can't imagine him killing anyone. We haven't even figured out who is dead. Why are we doing this? He'd have his own way to solve any problem without resorting to murder. With someone as charismatic and powerful as he is, tossing someone to the very bottom of society is totally possible. I couldn't think of anyone else as a murderer either. It was just unimaginable. Regardless of what I think, I'm really lacking information here. We still don't know a thing about this world. And there may even be something lurking within those lost memories. But I have an idea who might know more about that. An alien entity entirely bereft of comprehensibility who somehow slipped into this world. Among the 8 childhood friends, a 9th outsider. Nikaido acted as if she knew something about him, but I'm the only one who's made contact so far. I need to find Lowe and make him tell me what he knows. It's going to be tough to get him to talk, but I can't just leave him be. Can I even find him in the first place? I could go back to the construction site at night like we first met. I think it was at night. That fear, however, turned out to be pointless. Goblin! The goblin! He appears! Yo, it's been a while. Enjoying your little sightseeing tour around Shibuya? You. The next day, as we got out to scramble, Lowe is already there, sitting on the table. Where have you been? Sakurai, who is he? Oh, come on. You don't remember me? It's me, Lowe. So you're Lowe. Sakurai mentioned your name to us before. Well, I'm honored, but I guess you forgot about me too, huh? I'm sick of playing games. I'm one of the old gang. That's it. We were always together, right? Nope, don't remember. Who are you? I don't remember either. Sorry, my memory's not very good. Hey, now that's terrible. You're all just like Sakurai? You and Nikaido keep quiet. You, do you remember him? Oh, other side. Eh? No, I don't. Do you, Karen-chan? I don't. Nikaido clearly seems to have some memory of him, but she's flatly declines with a stern face. She seems to be scowling at him. Well, that's just sad. No one remembers me? I remember every single one of you. Kamiya, the dictator, Machikoshi's half-assedness, Moizumi's total incompetence. Momino and her egotistic self, Kageyama's pathetic attempts to be nice. Sakurai with how he pushes everything onto someone else, and Togoku with her, oh wait, where is she? She isn't here? Who the hell are you? You ain't one of us. I just said I was. Didn't you hear what I just said? Sounded familiar, right? Not at all. Quit bullshitting us. The ways Lowe's words and actions scream for attention. My suspicions on him grow ever stronger. What do you want? Aw, don't be so mean. I'm here because I figured you needed some help. You need to treat your support characters with a little more love, you know? Hey, I'll even bring you some food. Lowe smiles reassuredly. His words and tone are condescending, but I can't understand what's going on in that head of his. This is my chance. I absolutely have to extract some information out of him. And I'm back in my room. Lowe showing up weighed on my mind so heavily I couldn't make much progress on Togoku's theories. Night rolls in, and I'm left alone in my room thinking about him. Sorry to disturb, Sakurai. Can I come in? Sure.
こそこそすまん。なんだか神谷の前では言いづらくて。
Sorry to get all sneaky and stuff here. It was hard to talk about it with Kamiya
大
around.
丈夫。
It's fine.
なあ、犯人ってローなんじゃないのか。
So, like, isn't Lowe the culprit? We don't even know what the crime is, man.
犯人っていうのは
The culprit meaning...
私は死んだ。犯人は誰ってやつ。
You know, I am dead, who killed me? That guy.
どうしてそう思うの？
What makes you think that?
攻撃的だし、俺らの友達とか嘘をつくし。
He was being pretty aggro, and even lied about being our friend
あん
and
な
stuff.
嘘つき野郎を同じホテルに泊めて大丈夫なのか？
Was it really okay to let that liar stay in the same hotel
ロ
as
ーが
us?
嘘をついてるとは限らない。
Lowe might not actually be lying. I ended up sounding like I'm defending him, but it needs to be said. Though he is highly suspicious, we can't just ride our emotions. There's no point if there's no
嘘
proof.
とは限らないってどうして？
What makes you say
記
that?
憶が消えている可能性がある。
There's a possibility that some of our memories are
記
missing.
憶が？
Our memories? I explained to them the portion of Togoku's theory, and Machikoshi accepts
確
it.
かに。私は死んだと言われても、そもそも誰が殺されたのかわからないしな。
It did say I am dead, but we don't actually know who's dead. Yes!
ここに来た記憶もないし、
We don't have any
おかしなことだらけだ。
we don't have any memory of how we got here either. Nothing but mysteries here.
なんだか中学と高校の記憶も薄い気がするよ。
It feels like my memories of middle school and high school are rather hazy,
小
yes.
学生のことばかり鮮明に覚えてる。これも記憶が消えてる影響なのかな。
The only clear memories I have are those from elementary. Is this also because of the
そう
memory
かもし
loss?
れない。
Possibly.
僕たちは今、犯人を見つけるために適した状態になってるらしいんだ。
Apparently the conditions have been set for us to find the
記憶を
culprit.
失っているのが、どうしてそうなのかはよくわからないけど。
But I don't understand why we had to lose part of our
桜井
memories.
君詳しいんだね。
You seem to know quite a lot.
いや、そうじゃなくて。
No, that's not
東
me.
国がそんなようなこと言ってたから。
It's just what I heard from Togoku. Take some time to settle down. Kageyama's query was just as a quick commentary. I ended up overreacting to it because I'm hiding that notebook.
記憶が消えてて、実際はあいつが俺らの仲間だった。なんてこと考えられるか？
So you think that maybe we just lost our memories and that guy actually is part of the
あん
group
なや
group?
つが俺らと仲良くしてたとは思えない。
There's no way an asshole like that is our
同
friend.
意。ローと仲良くなんてできない。
Agreed, I can't possibly get along with
そ
him.
れは今も、昔もだ。
Now, or back then.
あいつが嘘をついてることを証明しなくちゃいけない。
But I need to prove that he's lying, first of
そう
all.
しないと追い詰めることはできないよ。
If I can't, then I can't fight back against him.
何を言ってものらりくらりとかわされそうだけど、
That's true. All he's doing is trying to randomly mess with us.
誰もあいつの味方なんていないし、証明なんてしなくても構わないだろう。
But he doesn't even have anyone on his side. There's no point trying to prove that he's lying, is there?
いや、そんなことはない。
No, not necessarily
確
true.
信もないのに、犯人と決めつけるわけには。
We can't just decide who the culprit is when we aren't even absolutely
作戦
sure.
は俺がしてる。あいつ以外に犯人はいない。
Well, I'm totally sure. It can't be anyone
町
else
工
but
事は
him.
そうかもしれない。
That might be the case for you,
みんながそうとは限らない。
but not necessarily for
少な
everyone.
くとも神谷、諸角あたりは反対すると思う。
At the very least, Kamiya and Morozumi would probably object.
そうだな。
I guess.
大丈夫。
Don't worry.
仮にローが何か企みを持っていようと、僕らが結束してれば何もできない。
Even if Lowe has some kind of scheme in the works, we could just pin him down.
焦る必要はないんだ。
No need to get worked up
影
over
山
it.
はどう思う？
What do you think, Kageyama?
僕
Eh? Me?
影山の意見を聞きたい。
I want to know what you think.
どうして？
みん
Why?
なを一番見てるのは影山だから。
Because you're the most observant out of all of us. If Kamiya is the bold revolutionary, then Kageyama is the quiet observer. He never lets any paperwork slip by, and he has the insight to anticipate when people might have trouble. Though he doesn't stand out, he's always behind the scenes supporting us.
そんなことないよ。全然そんなことない。
Oh no, I'm not. Really, I'm
そん
not.
なことある。
Oh yes, you
周
are.
りがよく見えているから、いつも影山は着眼点が違う。
You're always aware of your surroundings, looking at things we normally glance over.
どう思う？
So, what do you think?
僕はロー君が犯人かはまだわからないと思う。
I'm still not sure if Lowe-kun is the
あいつ
culprit.
が犯人だって。じゃあ他にこの中に人殺しがいると思うか？
He's gotta be. What, are you saying that someone else here
そ
is?
れはわからないよ。でも僕らは思っている以上に互いのことを知らないんじゃないのかな。
I don't know, but I mean, maybe we don't actually know each other as well as we think we
な
do?
んでだよ。小学校からの仲だろ。
Oh, come on, we've been buddies since we were kids, right?
そうなんだけど。
That's true, but
でも今回東国さんがいなくなって彼女の悩みのことなんて僕ら
but
誰も知ら
Tsugoku-san
なかった。
but Tsugoku-san suddenly disappeared, and we don't even know anything about what she was going through. Neither me or Machikoji could say anything in return.
知っていく必要があるんだと思うよ。
That's why we need- That's why we need to learn more. You pause a lot in your speak. We need to learn more about Lowe-kun and everyone else. The next morning, I head to the scramble, and Lowe was already there. Does anyone else want... I guess I don't really have to look around for the goblin if he's right in front of me. No one else is around yet. It's just the two of us.
京介、よく眠れたか？
Yo, Kyosuke, had a good night's sleep?
一体何なんだ？
Just who the hell are you?
なんだも何もローだっつうの。気心の知れた仲だろうが、俺とお前は特によ。
Who am I? I'm your good best buddy, Lowe. Duh. Heck, we're best
だから
buds.
覚えてない。
And like I said, I don't remember that.
忘れっぽいんだな。傷つくね。
Are you that forgetful? Geez, that hurts. I wasn't able to learn his motives yesterday. This time I'll figure out who he is. Is it taking me back to my room? No, okay. Where's...
今日も
Oh.
東国の捜索を引き続き行う。でも
We'll be
その前に
continuing our search for Togoku, but before that... With those words, Kamiya turns to Lowe. He's probably thinking that he needs to deal with Lowe somehow. With him around, I doubt we can devote ourselves to
ロ
Togoku's
ーを
church.
不審に思ってる人もいると思う。
There may be people here who find Lowe
彼はみんな
suspicious.
の友達だったと言うけど、俺たちは誰もその記憶を持ってないし。
Though he insists that he's friends with us, none of us have any memory of that.
昨夜思い出したんだ。
But just last night I remembered. The corners of Lowe's lips curl into a
思い出
sneer.
したって。
You
ロ
remembered?
ーは幼馴染の一人だった。
Lowe really is one of our childhood
間違いなく
friends.
小学校からの仲だ。
He was with us during elementary, I'm sure of
俺
that.
たちはどうやら記憶を失っているみたいだ。
And what reminded you of that? I mean, it's not weird that we'd suddenly remember things, because I remembered things about Togoku, but what triggered... Why are you in the same pose? He's doing it on purpose, isn't he?
は
Huh?
みんなもそのうち思い出すんじゃないかな。
I'm sure you'll all remember in due
彼
time.
は潔白だ。心配しなくていい。
He's innocent, you can rest easy. Fishy, can he really just happen to remember something so conveniently?
そんなわけないだろ。こんな奴と仲良くしてたと思えない。
Oh, hell no, there's no way I was friends with this guy.
仲良くしてたよ。町工事も。
We all certainly were, and that includes you.
何言ってるんだ。おかしいだろ。昨日と今日でこんな。
What are you talking about? With yesterday and today, this is all too
神谷君
weird.
が思い出したと言ってるんです。それならそれだけの話でしょう。
Kamiya-kun said he remembered. If that's the case, then so be it.
ようやく思い出してくれて嬉しいよ。
I'm so glad you finally remembered. Lowe turns his gaze to me, provoking me.
何が目的なんだ？
The hell do you want?
目的？この世界を終わらせること。決まってんだろ。
What do I want? To get this world over with, duh.
ローにも東国を探すのを手伝ってもらおうと思ってる。
Is it weird that the way he just said that to get this world over with, like he knew about the stuff we've already talked about? Because I doubt we've told him everything. I'm thinking about asking Lowe to help us to look for Togoku as well. There's no way in hell I'm going to work with some freaking rando at a time like this. Now don't say that. I'm sure you'll remember too sooner or later. I ended up being grouped with Kageyama and Lowe in the search for Togoku. Preferring to keep my eyes on Lowe, I specifically asked to be put in the same group as him. However, he's clearly been acting completely disinterested in the search. I can't bear his attitude anymore. Lowe, stop digging around. I mean, like, we're not going to find her anyway. Why not? Figure it out, genius. This guy doesn't have a single agreeable fiber in his body. That's how much I loathe him. Thanks to Lowe, I'm pretty pissed off and can't focus on searching for Togoku. That is... Oh, fuck. Hold on. No. This one. Okay. Making sure the pop-ups aren't popping up. Having Kageyama around is the one saving grace of the situation. If it were just me and him, I couldn't possibly bear it. Sorry, I left something back at the hotel. I'll be right back. Wait! Ha, you just got dumped. Why don't we talk about our future together, eh? I'd rather kill myself. Wow, me too. I held back my seething anger towards Lowe, standing there behind me, and focused on looking for Togoku. However, I can't find any traces of her at all. As we're searching, we get closer to the scramble, and a terrible realization dawns on me. Something's not in my pockets. Kageyama, you cunt! Where's my key? Did I drop it somewhere? Oh geez, what did I do? I won't be able to go back to my room at this rate. Togoku's notebook is in that room. I'm about to lose those valuable hints. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Ah, Sakurai-kun, I was looking for you. Yeah, what? Here, you dropped this. You did have you pickpocketed me. He hands me my room key. I breathe a deep, long sigh of relief. Thanks. I started panicking, thinking I wouldn't be able to get back to my room anymore. No need to thank me, but just be more careful, alright? You never know what could happen. That really was careless of me. If that got into the culprit's hands, I might be the next one to vanish. Yeah, really, thanks. After finishing our search, we head back to the scramble to assemble with everyone at the designated time. I see. We still haven't found her, huh? Even Kamiya would get down at this turn of events. Though his mood is dampened, he quickly changes pace and brightens up again. We should be finished with the search by the day after tomorrow, at least. We'll find her by then. The mood is about to call for the assemblage to adjourn, but Machikoshi doesn't let it pass. Kamiya, I really can't agree with Lowe being here. Huh? No, I can't blame you if you can't remember. But he really is one of our friends. If you really doubt it, then feel free to ask him anything. Something that only we ourselves would know. If that's the case, then Kamiya could have already passed Lowe some information, and there wouldn't be any issues. Even Machikoshi seems to have realized that, and there's no point in Kamiya's suggestion, as he doesn't even try to question Lowe. Lowe provokes the already irritated
マチ
Machikoji.
コージ、お前俺が犯人だとでも言いたいのかよ。
Machikoji, are you trying to say that I'm the
そう
culprit
だ
here?
よ。お前以外にいないだろ。
Yeah, I am. Who else could it be?
そうか？現実世界で殺人をしてそのことを覚えてる奴が仮面をかぶってこの中に潜んでるんだと思うけど。
Really, if there was someone who knows that they really killed someone in the real world, then they try to keep it on the download here, wouldn't they?
誰かを傷つける人間なんていない。
There ain't anyone with us who'd ever hurt
い
someone.
やいや、いるんだろ実際。そうじゃなきゃ東国が殺されたりしない。
Oh, come on. Of course there is. If there wasn't, Dogoku wouldn't have been killed.
さて、死体はどこに隠されたんだろうな。
Boy, I wonder where they hid the body.
殺された。
Killed?
やめろって。マチコーチ、証拠もなく疑うのはどうかと思うよ。
Enough, Machikoji. I don't think you should be suspecting him without anything without any
む
proof.
しろそっちがやってない証拠を出せよ。お前しかいないんだから。
Hey, hell, why don't you show us the proof that you were not the killer? You're the only one here who it could be. Evidence that he didn't do it? Well, that's impossible to
う
prove.
るせえな。わかったわかった。そこまで言うのなら俺はこの場を去る。それでいいんだろう。
God, quit screaming. Fine, fine. If you're gonna keep bitching about it, then I'll leave. That fine with you?
お前と一緒の空間にいることが耐えられない。
Yeah, I can't stand another second being around you.
せっかくお前らの推理ゲームのお助けキャラになってやろうと思ったのによ。
God, and here I was gonna be the hand of God that'd help you with your little mystery detective game. For just a brief instant, I see what seems like a smile flicker on Lowe's mouth. Why are you looking at me? Then... Hey everyone. In a shaky voice, the person we least expected gets the group's attention.
どうした？
Kageyama, what's wrong? Kind of a surprise for Kageyama to suddenly speak up at a time like this. Silence pervades the group's atmosphere. The silence that followed might have been a few seconds, but they felt infinitely longer than that. Kamiya finally breaks the silence.
影山。
What is it, Kageyama? Hearing the voice, Kageyama lifts his head. Kageyama resolves himself to continue speaking. He looks like completely different compared to just earlier.
さんが語っていたこの世界の仕組みについて、一旦おさらいしてみてもいいかな。
Could we conduct a quick review of Togoku-san's explanation of how this world functions?
影山がそれを必要だと思うなら。
He's looking at me. He totally has the book on him right now. Kageyama urges him to go on, but is still unsure of what Kageyama's intentions are. I mean, sure, go over the major info every so often is important. What exactly does it have to do with trying to out Lowe from the group?
クロノス世界には一つのミッションがあって、それをやり遂げることでこの世界から脱出できる。
Chronos World has a certain mission. By clearing that mission, you can leave that
逆に言
world.
えばこの世界は僕たちにそのミッションをやり遂げさせようとしてる。
To put it another way, this world is trying to make us accomplish that mission.
この世界は手伝ってくれるんだよ。
In other words, it's like this world is guiding us to clear that
電
mission.
気が使える使えないも、記憶が消えてるのも、メッセージだって、全部が僕らを導くためのヒントなんだ。
Having or not having electricity, or missing memories, and even that message, everything serves as some sort of hint. We've all heard that much from Togoku. Honestly, I don't think we've really had to go over those specific details again. But the next thing that Kageyama says is
世
unbelievable.
界は僕たちの味方で。だから、こんなこともできる。
This world is our ally, so you can do things like this.
容疑者リストを出して。
Display a list of suspects. What?
これは。
This. Above us, a list appears. It reads, Tetsu Kageyama, Kamiya, Kyosuke Sakurai. Why is Kamiya's name alone? Yuri Togoku, Karen Nikaido, Sota Makikoji, Yu Amano, Ai Moizumi. And Yuri Togoku is censored out, or crossed out. Oh, it is. How did he know this?
実は東国さんにディスプレイの活用法についてこっそり聞いていたんだ。
Actually, I asked Togoku-san about using those billboards a while ago. Sorry, I'm only just telling you this now. Just exactly when and how did Togoku tell Kageyama that? He didn't. It's in the notebook. Considering how desperate Togoku was in trying to escape, she didn't seem to have been communicating with anyone else. Which means there's no doubt about it. Kageyama looked at Togoku's notebook. He's looking right at me. He must have used the key that I dropped and snuck into my room. I still haven't read through that notebook in detail, but he must have used his skill at gleaning information to learn that much. Why did Kageyama even... The shock turns my thoughts into a mess. The clandestine activities of someone I thought I was an ally and... Among the 8 people on that list... Among the 8 people on that list, Lowe-kun isn't on it, which means that Lowe-kun absolutely isn't the culprit. Wait. Does it absolutely mean that the killer's one of us 8? Yo, why is Yuria's name crossed out there? I don't know. What's going on? I don't know. What the hell is this? A heavy silence weighs down on the group. Kamiya suddenly gets his wits back. He declares that Lowe is free to act with us. No one else raises any objections as we disperse. Is the book still here? Right. I am going to take another sip of tea real quick. Oh. I have to use both hands because I have the controllers in my hand. Hold on. Oh. Stop it. How do I... What is autoplay? Okay. He probably suspected me of getting Togoku's notebook from when we went to the house, considering how observant he was. That much isn't out of the ordinary. What was just my carelessness, and of course I do understand his desire to see its contents. It's only natural to want to know more about how this bizarre world works. But to intentionally sneak into my room, the audacity of this bitch, to just act, that act just doesn't mesh with my mental image of Kageyama. Kageyama's the cautious type. He keeps his opinions to himself and follows after the crowd. Though he keeps an eye on people, he doesn't take the first step himself. Between the cautious Kageyama and the one who snuck into my room, what could account for this contradiction? Just like with Kamiya, did some sort of change in personality happen in Kageyama? I return to my senses with a gasp. Someone's knocking on my door. Who is it now? Is it you again? God, don't tell me it's Lowe. I look through the people to check. It's Kageyama. For a moment, my suspicions flare up. Is this Kageyama the one I know? For 10 or so seconds, I observe his expression, his actions. For from the other side of the door, he doesn't seem to have any malintent that I can detect. In fact, he seems to be rather remorseful of something. What's up, Kageyama? Did you need anything? I just wanted to apologize. Not that it's something that an apology can make up for. I went into your room without your permission. And I read that notebook. All that stuff I said earlier, it was all written inside the notebook. I'm so sorry. Kageyama bows his head, giving me his contrite apology. How can I possibly continue to suspect or hold a grudge against someone as forthcoming and gallant as a friend? He must have had his own pressing circumstances. No, it's alright. That notebook is something I should have been sharing. It's my fault for hiding it in the first place.
まず隠し持っていたと思う。
No, it's not your fault, Sakurai-kun. You just wanted to keep us from splintering apart, right? If I'd been in your shoes, I would have done the same. As expected from a childhood friend who knows you through and through, he already understood my intentions. That's why there's only one thing left that I don't know yet.
影山教えてくれ。
Kageyama, could you tell me?
どうしてそんな大胆な真似をしようと思ったんだ。
What made you do something like
責
that?
めてるわけじゃなくて純粋に知りたいんだよ。
I'm not blaming you or anything. I just want to know.
僕の中の影山と目の前の影山がなんだか噛み合っていない感じがするんだ。
The Kageyama I know and the Kageyama in front of me, there's some kind of dissonance going on right now. When I ask Kageyama, he answers somewhat
自
flatteringly.
分を一番大切にするのをやめようと思ったんだ。
I decided to stop prioritizing myself
どう
first.
いうことだ。
What do you mean by that?
僕ってさ、これまで大事な時に全然行動できていなかったんだ。
When anything big would happen, I'd never be able to take action
いろんな
myself.
ことに気づける目は持っているのに、肝心な勇気はなくて。
Even though I got the eyes to see the right things, I never had the courage to act
自
on
分
it.
が傷つきたくないから何もしなくて。
I didn't want to hurt anyone, so I wouldn't do anything, but Kageyama pours force behind his gaze.
変わらなきゃいけないんだ。
But I need to
こんな状
change.
況だからこそ、僕にはできることがある。
It's exactly times like these that there's something I can
変わ
do.
るんだ。神谷君や桜井君みたいに。
So I'm going to change, like Kamiya-kun, like Sakurai-kun. In the end, I couldn't get a clear answer about him sneaking into my room at all. With this much I knew. This is the Kageyama I know, and the Kageyama is trying to change this world. He's trying to accomplish something for our sakes.
そうか。影山はみんなのために頑張ってくれていたんだな。
So that's it. You're trying to do something for
よ
us.
し。なら僕ももっと頑張らないといけないな。
Alright. I better start doing my part too.
力を合わせてこの世界の仕組みを解き明かそう。
Let's work together and figure out how this damn
あ
place
りがと
works.
う、桜井君。みんなで脱出しようね。
Thanks, Sakurai-kun. Yeah, let's all escape from here. And so we finished our discussion about the notebook. Though we didn't get to talk much, I think we managed to convey our thoughts to each other. As Kageyama leaves, he tells me that like he just remembered.
そうだ。町工事君がこれからスクランブル交差点でワンマンライブをやるらしいんだけど、見に行く？
Oh yeah, right. Machikoji-kun said he'd be doing a solo live at the Scramble.
ワン
Will
マ
you go
ンライ
watch?
ブ？
A solo
こん
live?
な時に何考えてるんだあいつ。
What the heck is he up to at a time like
多分
this?
町工事君なりにみんなのことを考えてるんじゃないかな。
I'm sure he's thinking of everyone else in his own
こ
way.
の歌で新規臭い空気を変えてやるぜって感じに。
He said, I'm gonna blow away this shitty move with my songs, or something to that
そう
extent.
か。そう考えるとあいつらしいな。
I see. That's very him, alright. Maybe he really is just doing whatever he can manage. And not just Machikoji at that, but Kageyama too. Then, I better step up and do my
僕
part
は遠
too.
慮しとくよ。
I'll have to
ちょっと
pass.
考えたいことがあるんだ。
I want to think about
ラ
some
イブは
stuff.
みんなで楽しんでくれ。
Go enjoy his performance for
わ
me.
かった。それじゃあおやすみ。
Alright, good night then.
あ、また明日。
Yeah, see you tomorrow. Kageyama waves goodbye and shuts the door. Now that my suspicions of him are cleared, my heart's feeling a whole lot lighter. Next up, those displays about Lowe. But actually, you don't have to think about it too hard. Why was Togoku erased? Logic would dictate that the culprit considered her a nuisance. That means the next one to disappear would be someone the culprit could do without, right? The next morning, Kageyama didn't show up. Oh. Disappearance. Would you like to save? Oh no. Oh. The next morning, Kageyama didn't come to the scramble no matter how much we waited. Going to his room, the door was slightly open, just like last time. Okay. Were they crying earlier? That lady on the billboard? I think I should go back and make sure none of the... Yeah. Okay. But, despite the fact that I started early, on time for once today, I do think I'm going to cut it a bit early here, because my head is hurting from the headset. Yeah, who knew having a big brick on your face would hurt after a while? But yeah. Ooh. I don't trust that you're not even on the list. And I'm starting to think... Oh, shit. I'm starting to think that Lowe isn't one of us, but he's some sort of, like, referee, if that makes any sense, like an administrator of this place. Because he's definitely fucking around and not helping, but, like, on the other hand, he also does seem to know us to the extent that he loathes us. Like, he knows enough about us to see that he doesn't like us and he likes to nip at us. You, I just think you're a fucking liar. And if anyone killed anyone, it's you. I thought it was Kageyama, but if he disappeared, it can't be him. But also, back to my other theory, that this world doesn't have one clear condition and everyone has their own. Dagoku realized her dad loved her. Kageyama realized he had the power to step up and do things on his own, like he got confidence. And now both of them are gone. So I think all of us have a condition that we need to solve to get out of here. And I have no idea what it is for half of us. Maybe she just has to realize that he doesn't like her. Maybe she has to realize she's been friend-zoned for years. But yeah. I am going to cut it here. Thank you everyone for watching. Like, comment, subscribe for more. Next time, we figure out what snippy comments Lowe has about Kageyama, and probably see who disappears next. But yeah, with that, flip over to the thing. Thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you next time.